Phoebe Bridgers, who dropped, I'd say, a very focused album with Punisher. Her second solo album, she obviously dropped 2019's Better Oblivion Community Club or Community Center or whatever it was,
Mhm.
with Connor Oberst of Bright Eyes. Project we review. Check out that review. Well, I think we liked it. I think we thought that
Yeah.
they played off each other well. I think it was the most coherent and inspired we'd heard Connor in a long time. And I think Phoebe as a writer can definitely bring that out. And I think that shines through in Punisher as well. Phoebe, I think, is a great lyricist. And I think she also constructs songs really masterfully, has some nice little flourishes and touches that really add to the meaning and usually like the sadness of the song. But I gotta say, I found this album to be a little bit, I don't want to say tough to listen to, but just a bit of a drag. Like it was a heavy emotional album and not, I wouldn't say super engaging all the time, especially the back half I found to be pretty tired in a lot of ways. How did you feel listening to it?
Yeah. Oh my God, that's so funny to hear you say that. Yeah. I liked Phoebe on Better Oblivion Community Center. I also liked her in Boy Genius, even if the Boy Genius trio definitely felt like a your turn, my turn, her turn kind of EP from a trio. But yeah, at this point, she's only 25, but she has this immense clout in indie rock. Yeah. Just kind of a universal acclaim very fast, and also casting a wide net in terms of collaborators, both on the mic and in the back end as well. So to come into this, I was expecting something big, and I think Soccer Mommy's Color Theory comes to mind, something that I think really did hit, and another person who's on this similar indie stardom in her early 20s. But for Phoebe, for me with this, I think the songwriting talent, which we've already known, is still very present, and she's such a stark, almost blunt songwriter, and that does impress me a lot because I think it's hard to be so upfront while keeping a song structure and stuff like that. And it's also really personal lyricism that I think has endeared her to a lot of people. But this is the kind of indie rock that I do struggle with, just because Phoebe has a bit of a deadpan delivery and is intentionally making minimalist tracks. Right. It's really about that lyricism, about that message. And if you, like you said, if you engage and you let her take you down because of the subject matter, you'll probably be impressed. But I have a hard time listening to it just because it's I feel like it asks a lot of you. I think there are highlights, so like Kyoto in the beginning, my ears perked up. So wait, this is up tempo, and turns out that was definitely a outlier because she's that's like a jam song, that's a festival track. But it's not my favorite, but it's nothing new for me.
I think in terms of Phoebe, she kind of goes in two directions, either like Kyoto or I'm trying to remember. I think it might have actually been on Punisher. The ending of it, she brings in like a lot of strings. I'm not sure if that's the right track. I can't find it in my notes where I wrote down, but she also does that at the end again, where she brings like an orchestra in for another song. And I think that those sorts of flourishes really add to just like the way that she can portray emotion through her songs. Like you said, she does have a bit of like a deadpan delivery, but her lyrics, if you really sink into them, you're sinking. Like you're really down in the muck with her.
Yeah. She signed the Dead Oceans. Good label name.
Yeah, definitely. But I think where this kind of didn't hit all the way for me was there wasn't enough tempo change up in the songs. I think all kind of started to sound very similar to me. And when it's someone like Tiana Taylor and it's 23 track album, you kind of expect that. Even City Girls, you kind of expect something like that. But Phoebe, at being this like indie rock prodigy at 25, I'm looking for her to be trying things and to be kind of changing things up. And I think my expectations for this maybe were a little bit more, looking for a little bit more from her than she actually delivered here. Still, I think really solid album start to finish, but just not necessarily the most engaging listen. You mentioned Kyoto. That was a standout for me as well. Any other songs that you liked?
Yes, towards the end, I See You. There was a moment on verse 2 that reminded me of Soccer Mommy's Your Dog. Was it I
Mm.
hate your mom. I hate it when she opens her mouth. It's amazing to me how much you can say when you don't know what you're talking about. And because it's Phoebe Bridgers, she's not actually saying that in a super emotive way, which actually makes it even more cutting
Yeah.
of lyrics. So I really like that.
Yeah, she really is like that, like Daria, almost like character of indie rock, right? Where her affect is so flat, but what she's saying just like cuts straight to you, and she can do it in the most like
Yeah.
ironic way. You're just like, damn, that really got me. You know, I thought "I See" was another strong song, and "Garden Song," which we already think have
Mm-hmm.
on the
We do.
2020 Best of playlist, is just a really strong track, and it's really interesting because I think the male duet on there, that guy's voice is incredible, and it's just like I think like Hiroti or something like that, or it might be like the like pianist of her band who's not actually known for singing, just as a very deep
Mm-hmm.
like Icelandic almost voice. So there's a lot to like here, but I wouldn't say that this is probably gonna make my best of list for the end of the year. Drop us your thoughts if you're watching on youtube.com/nostalgiapod, hit that subscribe button